Greetings and welcome my friends. This is Lick Queen. I am not licking anything bro. Nice try. We get a very nice 3-lander to kick things off. This is rather good. Probably one of the best starting hands we've had with this deck. Let's get it on. We might be missing blue mana but the Cornucopia will fix that. They're on Orzhov but have no plays through their first 2 turns. We'll plant a high noon and make their life a bit harder. This lets us control the pace and usually we can outpace most decks. Another Cornucopia means we can start to generate some robot tokens. Their first play comes on turn 4. How much do you want to bet they are holding a ton of removals? We have to toss a card and that's going to be the other high noon. Doubles of those are useless and we're not spending a turn to play a second one. We've got blue mana for our synthesizer now. Let's see what we have on top. A land and a Smuggler's Surprise. Both of these cards are not going to work for us so we'll ship them both. The land would have gotten us Sunfall mana, but we have the Cornucopias for that if we need to wipe the board. They don't like the synthesizer, lol. We don't like their men, so we're even. We get a reunion, and that has to be our play for the turn. We need to get some ammo to get back in this fight. They blast our high noon. Unfortunately we don't have the mana to take out their guy. They're going to bounce their 4-3. I am not impressed with their deck. It's so slow. That's a score, another synthesizer. There is no better play for us this turn. And that's another on top. Yes please. What a surprise, it's their discard guy again. We are being crippled. And sarcasm. We'll toss out the surprise, as that doesn't have any value until later in the game. We're just clearing the board this turn. The shenanigans are over. They activate their man land. It's a small hit and one we're not too worried about. We still have plenty of time. And we have a second Cornucopia coming up. That's Jin on top with an island. We could use both. Let's draw the land first and by the time we draw Jin we should be able to play him out. There's some of their removal. Let's wait for the trigger then we'll activate our incubator and they can have that instead of our 5-5. Another pixie, that's cool. That will take care of our remaining token, but we have more robots on the way. This is a factory and we're ramping up production. Alright, third synthesizer online, and now we'll play out the other cornucopia. This leaves us with 1 mana to activate the reunion and give all our men haste. Another land and Jin, but we don't need the land anymore. We've got enough to play out our big guy next turn. Haste acquired. Let's send the robots. A surprise Emperor, but I don't think that's going to be enough to save the day. That's a stack of 5 robots, bro. Sure enough, one is gone but with a block that's still 27 damage. GG's. This is chemotherapy. No wait, it's just chemo. Cancer sucks. We get a 3-lander that has been rather typical for this deck. We don't have any white mana but we do have an invasion to get us some planes. We also have the 2 blue we'll need for Deluge. Keep. Toxic. It's always great to see them, isn't it? But are they Simic toxic? Or Selesnya? Luckily they had no plays to add to their Rot Priest. It looks more and more like our first play will be on turn 4. They spend their 3rd turn tutoring for another Rot Priest. At least they haven't started of the game all guns blazing. Finally we get to play a card. We have to grab a pair of planes with the invasion. At this point we have almost no choice but to fire off Sunfall next time. With us at 5 poison, we can finally stop the bleeding. Our line next time will be a cornucopia into Deluge. With any luck we'll find some ammo and we can play out the reunion as well. We had a horrible start but it looks like they kept an awful hand. GG's. This is Dr. Gentleman. 2 men enter, only 1 can leave. We get a 2-lander, with a pair of High Noon. We'll need a 3rd land for the cornucopia but that's doable. Right Shuffler? Right? Keep your pants on. The opponent is kicking off with some insanity over there. Looks like maybe self-mill? Whatever they do stick on board will be sure to hit with Sunfall. We draw into a reunion at the right time. That will be our play. We can let go of 1 High Noon since duplicates on board are not worth it. There's that 3rd land we needed. So far they are at least 3 colors, but maybe more. We've secured at least 2 of each of 3 colors. All we're missing is blue but luckily we have cornucopia. We just need some synthesizers now. They mill themselves some more. They're still trying that squirming reanimator deck. That's what they've got going on, right? High noon should slow them down and give us time to draw into something. If they start activating their man land, we can smash it by sacrificing high noon. It's the one good thing about having multiples of high noon. They snipe it instead. That's nice of them. Let's go grab an island. That's really what we need. It's time to ramp. Afterwards we'll drop the other high noon. There will be no double spelling. They reanimate a big Sheldred. There's no danger of it flipping, we don't have 8 or more cards in our grave yet. Let's not give them a chance to flip her though. Get gone, girl. They do activate their man land. We don't have the mana to blow up their land. We'll have to take the hit. It is odd that they have that and Sheldred in the same deck. The two card work against each other. We draw into a metamorph. That will copy our synthesizer and we'll be able to get rolling. We have all the lands we need for the moment, let's ship those down to the bottom. We'll get another scry when we drop our metamorph. Let's see if they activate their land now that we have the mana up to use high noon. That's right, keep it in your pants. No man land activation. That's a skitter beam. We have the 9 mana to play it out. Our tokens won't have haste but the skitter beams will. They pull the red ejection handle. GG's. This is Shigeki. No wait, it's Shy Rage. Nice name, bro. Wow, a 3-lander with all the right colors and 2 synthesizers. Insta keep. That cornucopia will be useful once we get a green mana and we can play it out after the synthesizers. For now, it's high noon and the trigger finger itches. Selesnya counters by the looks of it. If they grow fast they can get out of control. Luckily high noon should make them play their game slower. Let's see what we got on top. Reunion we don't need since we only have blue and white mana. Ship them both. Yup, we expected something like that. Regardless of how many cards they have in hand, they can only play one out, lol. Alright, second synthesizer coming down. Let's see what's on top. Another high noon, which we don't need. And a land. Let's ship them both. And looking at it now, I think I was digging for a sunfall because we should have kept that land. Oopsie poopsie. They slapped down an invasion of their own. Then they send their guy after it, lol. I only wish I could see the look on their face when they attempt to flip it. Yup, that's a waste of 5 damage. Oopsie poopsie bro. Should have waited until your next turn to flip it. The embarrassment is too much. GG's, lol. This is extravaganza. No wait, it's not extra at all. It's regular extravaganza. We get a 3-lander that's a touch on the heavy side of our curve. Just a touch. We had a slow start game earlier and we won, so let's give this a shot. Keep your pants on. No plays for anyone through the first 3 turns. That's just what we needed. And what we need now is a high noon and mana for Jin to lock them out of instants and sorceries for the rest of the game. We could Sunfall now, but we should wait to see if they can deal with Jin. We don't have a high noon, but maybe we can draw into one soon. There's one card done and gone. And they have another removal. Note that it was go for the throat, so they may not have removal for our artifact men. We're at 7 mana, but we need 9 for the skitter beam. Let's ramp up some more. Getting extra blue and white mana is always useful. With 3 blue we can synthesizer and metamorph in the same turn. Vraska shows up on their side, but we've got plans for her.
Ask, you must embrace the inevitable.
It's time to clear the board. We'll get a nice sized incubator too as a reward for waiting this long to fire it off. What is this? Their version of the Avengers? It's another case of playing against our deck from last week with the deck from this week.
I bought us some time.
The downtrodden rise together.
Skitterbeam, you are up my friend. We'll go with the full mana version. We can only send one at the Emperor, but Vraska will fall. They say it's our go, but we're already going. Don't be a D-bag bro.
My will.
I'm always lurking in the shadows.
I'll handle this one.
They sniped 2 skitter beams but one is left standing. That'll be enough for us to drop our next big heavy, the Metamorph. Since they insist on being so chatty, I'm going to take a moment to count up the mana we have. Wait, I'm not sure I counted right. I demand a recount. 1. 2. Wait, do I have enough for all 3 modes of Smuggler's Surprise? Let's recount the mana. That, my friends, is another satisfied customer. This is the leg and ore. And or what, bro? Don't leave me in suspense. Another 3-lander that's touch on the heavy side. I really do like having to wait until turn 4 to make my first play, but let's see if we can do better. Well, we probably should have kept the first hand. There is no use crying over spilled Mountain Dew. Let's ship the surprise. Keep your pants on. A cornucopia is a solid draw here. All we need is a 3rd land and we'll be in business. Mono black life gain? Why not mono black face smashing? Wouldn't that work better? We get our 3rd land on schedule. The Horn of Plenty has arrived. And that will enable the rest of our hand. A Lily is going to be a headache. That's definitely not what we would have liked to see. We can easily toss one of our Sunfalls. Let's throw down our invasion and grab a mountain and plains. We'll hold the forest we drew as discard fodder for Lily.
We all have things we'd rather forget.
We can get an incubator token thanks to their 2 men. Hopefully that can do some damage. A deluge is fantastic. It works counter to Lily at least for a turn or 2. For this turn we have cleared their men.
I'm tired of your secrets.
Another Sunfall is not an excellent draw. A synthesizer would have been perfect, but we have to work with what we got. Let's fire up the incubator and see about getting in a hit. Amazing, they have removals for artifact men. Well sure bro, have your cake and eat it too. Don't let me hold you back. Here comes the Lily Ultimate. Let's deluge and see what we can get. That's a synthesizer. And a metamorph. We'll want to keep the pile that has the blue mana. I'm sure they'll single it out.
Tough choice.
We knew they'd do that, but they gave us the invasion as well, lol. Another cornucopia gives us an excellent line. We'll synthesizer this turn, then Horn of Plenty next turn, and finally the metamorph. Another synthesizer on top. That's solid. Thanks Shuffler. Let's play out the walking synthesizer now. They snipe our guy, but that's alright. We have more men on the way and they are down to a single card in hand. Synthesizer number 2 coming in hot. Let's put Jin on the bottom, but oh wow, a third synthesizer already. They will not have enough removals. Firing off synthesizers since we were hit with a Lily ultimate. That's how we rock. It's a dirty job, but someone's gotta do it. And that, my friends, is another satisfied customer.